Hi everyone, this is Diane from Owl's Treasures. Today I'm going to take pumpkins and trim them up and cook them and freeze them. When I'm done, it can be used for pie, breads, or soap, or pretty much anything you would buy canned pumpkin for. To me, this is a healthier way to do it. And to be honest, my grandmother used to do it, my mother used to do it, and I've always done it. I've never used canned pumpkin. I have had several people ask me how to do this, so I thought I would do a video on it. There's many ways to do this, like a lot of things. This is just how I do it. I have a cutting board with a towel underneath it so it doesn't slide. I have a steamer with water in it, and I put the water on the stove to start boiling with the cover. I usually just start it out on medium because it does take a while to cut the pumpkin out. I don't normally save the seeds. I do have a large bowl to put scraps in so I can take it outside and put it in the compost. I don't like to put vegetable scraps of any kind in the garbage. To me, I like to be as green as possible in that respect. This is not something for children. This works for any size pumpkin. This is what they call a sweet pie pumpkin. This is your normal jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. You can do that with any of these. Sometimes I save the seeds and cook them. Other times I just don't see a point. We'll see. This one's awfully hard for a pumpkin. I think I've ever had a pumpkin this hard before. Alright, there's a chunk ready for the steamer. I'm going to do that with the whole pumpkin. So I will fast forward through all of this, maybe skip parts, because it would be a little boring to see me do the same thing over and over again. So when the pot's full and ready for steaming, I will be back. My pot's full. This is ready to steam. It'll steam for 10-15 minutes, maybe 20 depending on your size pot. But basically, when it's tender enough to just stick a fork or a knife all the way through, that's when it's done. Just don't let your pot dry out. The pumpkin is fully cooked. As you see, a knife goes through everything very, very easy. That's what you're looking for. So I'm going to set this over here so I can reach it better. All right. So you want to be careful because it's very hot. All the water is drained out. And basically you're going to just put it in your food processor. You can do this in the blender if you need to. I prefer the food processor. But you're just going to throw it in. Don't put too much because it's so hot. And you're basically going to just puree this. Once it's fully pureed, I just pour it in a bowl to let it cool a little bit. And pretty much that's all there is to it. Continue until it's all pureed. Then you want to take quart bags. I take quart freezer bags, and you measure out in 2-cup increments or whatever you would like. My pie calls for 2 cups, so I usually do that. I usually do a couple 1-cup bags. I freeze small portions for soap. Those are usually the 1 cup. That way you can break it off. You can see it's real thin. This is my 2 cups for pie. And you want to get as much air out as possible. This will last like this over 2 years in the freezer. I think I've had it as long as 4 years. 1 year I didn't get to do pumpkin. This will look more liquid than pumpkin out of a can. Don't be afraid of that. I will next show you how I use it for a pie. And hopefully in the next few days I'll do pumpkin soap for you to see how I use it that way. But you can use this. You measure it 1-to-1 with any recipe. So if it's 1 cup of canned pumpkin, you use 1 cup of this. It looks more liquidy and like it has a lot of water content, which pumpkin does, but don't worry about that in your recipes. For the soap, I do discount a little bit for the water, but not a lot. But you don't want to change anything for your recipe. I do like the flavor of this really well. I have yet to have someone else's pumpkin pie that I like as well as mine, but it works great in soap too. I also like the fact that I know this is just pumpkin. So I hope you enjoyed that.